Tory Lanez sentenced to 10 years for shooting Megan The Stallion in the foot. Well, y'all come on back and let's have this heavy conversation. Looks like this debacle finally comes to an end as Megan The Stallion gets her justice.
Talk about Daystar Peterson, also known as Tory Lanez, who was sentenced to 10 years in prison for the July 12, 2020 attack on Megan Pete, also known as Megan The Stallion. Over the past 3 years, Mr. Peterson has engaged in a pattern of conduct that was intended to intimidate Ms. Pete, silence her, and keep her from defending and bringing her truth out. Despite the physical violence, verbal attacks, and attempts at public humiliation, Ms. Pete remained strong and shared the events of that fateful night with the jury and the world. The fact that Ms. Pete is a successful entertainer has brought a spotlight on the important issue of violence against women. There are many people in our community that endure acts of violence every day from people close to them and feel reluctant to come forward when this happens. I hope that Ms. Pete's bravery gives hope to those who feel helpless. In fact, today, as sentencing, through her statement, and yesterday, Ms. Pete thought of others who have been similarly situated, and I'm going to read a portion of the statement that she made to the court, because I think it drives home what she has endured and what she's trying to do. And I say on quotes, "Every day I think of others across the world who are victims of violence and survive. It is truly the most powerless feeling, especially when you question whether the justice system can truly protect you. Fortunately, the district attorney's office fought for me. I'm incredibly grateful to them and the jury for the attention to the evidence and siding with the truth. But it can happen. If it can happen to me, imagine those who lack the resources and support systems to help them." Unquote. I want to assure all the victims of crime and members of our community that we are here to help and support them in their journey to healing. I'd like to thank the jury for their time and for critically and objectively viewing the evidence in this case.
What's going on, heavy hitters? Welcome and welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome if it is not. Baby, listen, we made that 1,000. Thank you. Let's go on and get straight on into it. Is it Tory Lanez or Tory Lanez? So, shit, I don't know. That's how he said it, so we're going to go with it. The Canadian rapper was found guilty of shooting the hip-hop superstar after a Los Angeles party, July 12th, 2020. This is coming from NBCnews.com. Let's just go ahead and read it. Los Angeles Canadian rapper Tory Lanez was sentenced to 10 years in prison after he was found guilty of shooting hip-hop superstar Megan The Stallion in the foot after the pair left a Los Angeles party in 2020. The hearing began Monday and wrapped up Tuesday, ending a high-profile case in which Megan, 28, was subjected to what prosecutors call repeated and grotesque attacks. It casts a spotlight on the scrutiny black women face when they report abuse. Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, child, what a crazy-ass name, shot Megan, the three-time Grammy winner whose legal name is Megan Pete, after a party in Hollywood Hills, home of reality star and makeup mogul Kylie Jenner in July 12, 2020. A jury convicted Lanez, 31, who pled not guilty of 3 felony charges in December: assault with a semi-automatic firearm, carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharging a firearm with gross negligence. Wearing an orange jumpsuit, Lanez addressed the court before the judge handed down his sentence. He apologized for his actions and said he took full responsibility for the 2020 shooting. Finally, he admits it. His daddy and his stepmama and them kids was out there in front of that courthouse acting a plumb fool. He says, "If I could change it, I would, but I can't," he said. "Everything I did that night, I take full responsibility," he added. "I truly am just trying to be a better person." Of course, because your ass got caught. Lanez looked surprised, but remained quiet after the sentence was announced. The mother of his son burst into tears. I'm sure she did, as she was led out of the courtroom. Matthew Barhoma, a member of Lane's legal team, said appeals for both the sentence and the conviction are planned. Child, let that go. Y'all were already denied. The team will also file for bail when it appeals the sentence. Good luck. They're going to deport that ass. In handing down his sentence, Los Angeles Superior Court Judge David Hereford said it was difficult to reconcile the doting father and committed philanthropist. Many described with the person who fired the gun 5 times at Megan, because all that shit they said is a lie. Sometimes good people do bad things, Hereford said. Actions have consequences, and there are no winners in this case. Deputy District Attorney Alex Bott said Lanes called Megan a liar, intimidated her, and harassed her. Not only did the defendant do the heinous act of shooting her, he then subjected her to 2.5 years of hell. Yes, he did. Bott said after the sentencing, he did all that, so he's getting exactly what he deserves. Lanes also faced possible deportation back to Canada. We're nowhere near that yet, Jose Baez, one of the attorneys, said about whether Lanes would be facing deportation. In seeking a shorter sentence, his lawyers argued for probation and said he should be released from jail to a residential substance abuse program. They claim Lanes also has alcohol abuse disorder, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress from the unexpected death of his mother when he was 11 years old. Baby, they are trying to come up with every reason under the sun. Too late. Prosecutors said they were skeptical of the claims which were not presented throughout the trial. Damn sure weren't, because they were trying to scam it up after they realized his ass was going down. This case has nothing to do with mental illness, said Bott, the prosecutor. He shot Megan because she bruised his ego. Lawyers for the defense countered that there is a clear thread between Lane's trauma and heavy alcohol use and his violent actions in 2020. I'm sure they did after all this time. Someone has to be severely off to shoot someone because of a bruised ego, Baez said. Hereford, the judge, said he declined to allow these factors to influence his decision. Thank God. Lawyers for Lanes played a lengthy video showing his charity work and family life. Too late, which Bott said looked more like an award for Man of the Year than misogynist and coward. Convicted of shooting an innocent woman. Tory Lanez is not the victim in this story, Bott told the court, and he damn sure is not. Megan testified that Lanez shot at her to dance and fired a gun to her feet. So, y'all, that's pretty much it. I'm not going to waste your time with all this lengthy article. Child, Tory Lanez has been sentenced to 10 years, faces deportation. What are your thoughts? Let's talk about it in the comments, y'all. Until the next time, be easy. Peace.